ES6 features. What are the different kind of ES6 features which are going to be available in JavaScript? There are some restricted rules which are going to be available in part of ES6. Like a class concept is there, for of loop is there, and variable creation, different keywords are there, and spread operator, some new operator is going to be available, and one more thing, array destruction, object destruction. Some of the new features got available. We just go through all the features by today. So this is very simple. Just look into this. Okay, so let me go with the introduction of the ES6. So what about introduction? ES6 is ECMAScript 6 or ES6. 2015. ECMAScript 2015 or ES6 is the sixth major edition of ECMAScript language. ECMAScript nothing but JavaScript. First version of JavaScript name is ECMAScript. Now the version is ECMAScript 2015. It defines the standard of JavaScript implementation and the features. What are the different kind of features which are going to be available in part of ES6? Let keyword, const keyword. Basically in JavaScript, normal ES5, we are using a keyword called var to define any variable. JavaScript is dynamic typed. JavaScript is what dynamic typed, like Python. In Python, there is no variable, there is no data type needed, even var also. But coming to the JavaScript, we need to give a global keyword called var. The same way, in the part of ES6, there is a keyword called let keyword. So let is going to be having some special feature. The variable scope is going to be having that particular function or that particular class. But whenever you are defining variable with a var, that variable is going to be accessible throughout the application. That is a problem, very big problem. Even functions also, even loops also, the variable is going to be accessing anywhere in the program. But that feature is going to be restricted by the ES6 let keyword. And one more is a const keyword. Const keyword is going to be creating constants. The value cannot be changed at any time of the programming. That is called const keyword. And we already know about for loop. We already know about for in. We already know about for each, all these things in JavaScript. But coming to the ES6, there is a one special loop is available called for up. This is a fast enumeration with characters or with numbers or with array, all these things. And one more is the template literals. The very important new feature got available. Some syntax is going to be available for the template literals. This is going to be going to create a multi-string, and this is going to be having some placeholder concept. Placeholder concept in Python is different, in different other programming languages different, but coming to the ES6 it is different. Template literals. And one more concept got available, default values for the functional parameters. In normal JavaScript, there is no default value for the functional parameter, but in ES6 you can able to define a default value for the functional parameter. So I'll tell that. And arrow functions, this is very, very important feature. Interview question. All these are interview questions, guys. What are the things which are going to be available here? All these things are interview questions in the React.js. If you want to go with the React job, first they will check about ES6 features about it. So arrow function is a very simple function. If you want to define some function, you can go with the arrow. There is no need of writing function keyword. There is no need of writing curly braces, all these things. With arrow, you can do all these things. Next, classes. Common object-oriented feature like class. We don't have that much object-oriented programming in the part of ES6, but we have the concept of class. We have the concept of object, all these things here. So how to create class, how to create object, I will show. Then coming to the modules. Modules concept is very, very important. Very, very important. Why? Because of we already seen in the yesterday program, we created a React application and app.js. App.js is going to be injecting into the index.js. And app.js is injecting into the index.js, header.js, footer.js injecting into the app.js. So something like a import export concept, something like a import export, one file to another file, how to access some features. I want to access some variables, I want to access some functions, I want to access some elements. If we want to access, first of all, we need to import this. Before import, we need to export there. When we are exporting, then only we can able to import. That features are going to be available with the modules concept. I will tell that. And the rest parameter, very good parameter. Rest parameter. This rest parameter is going to be having multiple parameters at the same time. You can define with a simple concept. N number of parameters. I want to define 1000 parameters. You can define with 1000 parameters with a triple dot. Triple dot. Triple dot is collection. I'll tell that. And one more is the spread operator. You can able to spread whatever the collection is there. That collection I just want to make it spread in the output. Then you can use the spread operator. And the last one is the destructing assignment. Destructing. Suppose I want to destruct the array, I want to destruct the object, you can able to easily destruct that. So these are the 11 features which are going to be available in part of ES6. So we will see all these features one by one. One by one we will see. The first one is what? Let keyword. So what about the let keyword? I will show. So some theory is there. You can read the theory. Theory is nothing. Basically in JavaScript we have the var keyword, but in the part of ES6 we have the let keyword. That is the only difference. That is not only the difference. What is the benefit of the let keyword? We need to get understand. Okay, in ES5 we have the var keyword. For loop we are writing for var I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So whenever you are defining something like this, you can able to access the I value after the loop also. After the loop I am accessing I. After the loop I am accessing I. So this is going to be having something, and this is going to be having something output. So what is the output of the ES6? First we will see. What is the output of the ES5? We will see first. Without ES6, first we will see the output of ES5. For where I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. This is what actually, guys. This is what actually. I value initialized with 0. I value is going to be checking with the condition I less than 5. Condition is true. If condition is true, I is going to be incrementing. If condition is going to be true, some block of the code is going to be printing, some 0 is going to be printing. Next, I is plus plus. I incremented by 1. I incremented by 1. 1 less than 5. Condition is true. Then I value print. Then I plus plus. I value 2. 2 less than 5. Condition is true. If condition is true, value is going to be printing. Next, I value incremented by 1. 3. 3 less than 5. Condition is true. 4 less than 5. Condition is true. 5 less than 5. Condition is not true. If condition is not going to be true, automatically loop will terminate. Condition is not true, automatically loop will terminate. See, some of the people don't know about the basic JavaScript, I think so, or loops and all. Don't worry, just look into that. Just look the feature. This is a for loop. So whenever we are writing the for loop like this, automatically output is what? Basically 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. For loop is over, but still I value is coming. After the loop, still I value is using, right? I value is alive. Inka batke undi. I value inka batke undi. So I value is coming actually. So if I am writing a document.write hr I is coming. If I am writing one more line, I plus or I into 6, it will come or not? I value is still alive, right? I value is still alive. So I value is manipulating, but I don't want to do manipulate like this. I value need to be restricted. I value need to be restricted in the for loop. Throughout the program, I value is accessing. This is not a right way of programming, good programming. So JavaScript is not good programming. ES6 TypeScript is good programming then. Why? Because of strict rules we need to follow for the big programs or heavy applications. Whenever you want to create modern application, heavy application, that application need to have some strict rules. I value should not be alive after the loop. So for that, we have the feature. That feature is called ES6 let feature. Let what let can do? What let can do? Instead of where I am putting let, let I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, then document.write I, and after the loop, we are trying to printing the I. So what is the output of this? I'm just switching off the ES5 feature. I'm going with the ES6 feature now. Open this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I value is not alive. After the loop, I value is not alive. After the loop, actually, I'm calling the I value. What is the output of this? I value is not alive. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I value is not alive. So if you want, you can just try to do print console.log I. Console.log I. You can check it out. You can check it out. So go to the inspector. Go to the inspector. Just go to the console. What is this? Uncaught reference error. I is not defined. You are trying to accessing the I, right? You're trying to accessing the I, but console.log I is error. Console.log I is error. Syntax is not error. Syntax is correct. Console is correct. Log is correct. Parenthesis is correct. I value is also correct, but I value is not alive. I value is not alive. That is the reason. So ES6 is basically strict rules. Some of the strict rules available in the JavaScript. Those rules we are learning first before going to React. So this is the best rule. This is the benefit rule. And normally variables, how to create variables, guys, in JavaScript, where x is equal to where emp id is equal to 1001, where emp name is equal to something like Srinivas. So you can define something like this, where emp salary ఎంత తీసుకునేది 10,000. So something like this. This is what actually where inside the ES6 you can able to create the same variables name. emp id is equal to 1002. Let emp name Jagadish, and let emp salary గట్టిగా తీసుకో చాలా మైనస్ బోనస్ cuttings. Okay, so this is what actually salary. Okay, so where keyword is going to be available in ES5, let keyword is available in ES6, but there is no difference of declaring variables. There is no difference of declaring variables. But where is the difference? The difference is something like this. The feature where let is going to be used. Let is going to be making some strict for the loops and classes, some conditions, all these things. That is the very reason let keyword is going to be used. But here the syntax is same. Only the where replaced with let. Where replaced with let. That is okay. And I can able to print the values. How to print the values? Document.write. If you want, go with console.log and emp name. What is the emp name now? I just want to print the console.log emp name. What is the output of emp name? So I can able to see the emp name in console. So whenever you got the error, automatically emp id also already declared. Okay, so one time declaration, second time is not allowed. emp id 1, name 1, salary 1. Okay, let me print emp name 1. Okay, so Jagadish need to come, but Jagadish will not come. Why? Because of error. Why? Because of error. So you have the error, right? So after closing this error, then only it will come. So this error is coming. I just want to make it comment this. Now we can able to see uncaught reference error. I is not defined again. Okay, document.write. One more is there. That is also I need to make it switch off. Without error, then only program will execute. Now maybe Jagadish, you can see. You can see Jagadish. If it is having error, it will not come. If it is having error, it will not come. So that is the JavaScript ES6 programming. And this is the let keyword. And one more keyword is the const keyword. What is the const keyword? Const pi 3.14 console.log pi. Pi is equal to 10. Pi is equal to 10. So I'm trying to updating the value for pi. I'm trying to updating the value for pi. So if I'm trying to updating the value for pi, it will not work. It will not work. So can you see this? Can you see this? Just try to observe. Try to observe. So what is the output of this? Assignment constant variable. Pi is equal to 10. Pi is equal to 10. Error. What is the error? The error is very, very clear. The error is very, very clear. Uncaught type error. Assignment to constant variable. Assignment to constant variable. You are trying to assign a constant variable to value, then automatically it will give error. For example, if I take this one, let is mutable. Let is mutable, but const is immutable. Immutable, nothing but not changeable. Okay, nothing but this one. So now you can see the console output 3.14. 3.14. I got. But value updated, right? After updating the value, what is the output of the PI? After updating the value, what is the output of the PI? After updating the value is 10. 3.14, 10. First value initialized with the 3.14, then value got updated with 10. So updation is possible. Changeable. Variable is changeable. What is the meaning of variable? It's vary. What is the meaning of variable? Variable in the name only there. Variable, changeable, vary. One person can able to transform with the multiple phases. Suppose, for example, Jagadish, morning time something like different, afternoon something like different, evening time something like different, evening time, night time something like different. So there are many phases, there are many transformations for the person. Okay. So for example, if I'm teaching the class, I'm the teacher. In the home, I'm a parent. Okay. So somewhere I'm a friend. Different kind of transformations, different kind of phases. It's nothing but vary. Person can able to vary. The same time, a variable can able to vary the value. Anytime variable can able to update the value, but constant is can't able to change. Constant is value can't able to change. So that is the major difference between the variable and constant. And here we are working with what? Const. We are working with const. Const is constants. Okay, so but however, constants are going to be changing with the object level. Variable level it will not change, but object level you can able to update the value for object. For example, there is an object called person. Name is Peter. Age is 28. Console.log. So Peter Uddu. So I'll put Jagadish. So I'll put Jagadish here. So person is object. Object declared with the curly braces. Open curly braces, closing curly braces. Inside open curly braces and closing curly braces, key is name, value is Jagadish. Key is age, value is 22. And console.log, person.age. What is the person.age now? 22. But I want to update the value for person.age is equal to 30. Yeah, it will possible. It will possible, but object level it is possible. Now, what is output of this? Changing object, console.log I want to check now. Just go to the console.log. Just go to the console.log. What is the console log output? Uncaught error. So that error is coming, that is fine. So if I switch off this, then only you can go with the program. Remaining consoles will come. If you solve this, then only remaining console outputs will come. Now you see, I'm not printing the value now. I'm not printing the value of this. Can I print the value? Person.age 30. 30 is coming, right? Age is what now? Age is what now? Age is 30. So value updated. Value updated. So that is possible. That is possible. So here where value is age before or before age. Before age. After age. Before marriage. After marriage. Marriage ఎప్పుడు చేసుకుంటావా? వద్దులే 25 లో చేసేసుకో. 25 చేద్దాం. So that's fine. So this is going to be having Before marriage is 22, after marriage is 25. So you can able to change the value for object with const. But const, this is const, right? This is const. But you can able to change the value for the object. You can able to change the value for the array, but you can't able to change the value for the variable. Like data type integer, data type string, data type boolean, you can't able to change. But data type object you can change, data type array you can change. One more interview question. One more interview question for constant. Okay, so try to understand this.
We can add that property.
Yes, you can add. You can add new property also. So that we will see. And next, for of loop. For of loop. What is a for of loop? Basically, we know about loops, right? We know about for loop. What is the for loop, Andi? For let I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 5, or less than 5, I plus plus. This is basically for loop. This is basically for loop. Let me write console.log. Console.log. Oh my god, 10 minutes. Console.log. Console.log I. I just printing the I. So this is the basically. Yes. Console.log I. Okay, so let me make it switch off all these things. Now this is basically for loop. This is basically for loop. So what is the output of the for loop? Let me print the for loop now. Console. Yeah. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than or equal to. Less than or equal to means 5 also printed. 5 also printed. So this is basically for loop. We know for loop in the JavaScript. We know for loop in the JavaScript. I want to print the array of values. For example, I want to go with the where. No, I'll go with the let. Let me take a fruits. Okay, let me take a apple. Banana. Common. Every example is going to be having lemon. Is nice for health. Next, for loop. For Chapandi. For let fruit is equal to 0, and fruit less than or less than fruits dot length. Fruit less than fruits dot length. Fruit is different, fruits is different. Try to understand. Fruit is single fruit, fruits is multiple fruits, a bunch of fruits. Next, fruit plus plus. Fruit plus plus. Just try to understand the program. What is happening? Yeah, this is what actually now document.write. No, can I go with console.log? Console.log. What is the output of console.log? Console.log. Fruit. Console.log. Fruit. What is the output of fruit now? What is the guess? Guess the output of fruit. Less than okay, less than. Chepandi, what is the output of the fruits? What is the output of the fruit? Anybody guess? What is the output of the console.log? What is the output of console.log? Already some people done with the JavaScript. Tell me. People done with the JavaScript. You people tell me. Already done with the JavaScript. So whenever you want to work with the for loop, very simple. For let I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus console.log. And whenever you want to work with the for in is also very simple. Let fruit in fruits. So we got a lot of fruits over there, and we are going to be fetching each and every fruit from the fruits. And this is the for in. So this is also fast iteration. And now we are going to be working on for in loop, for each loop. No, sorry. What is this? For of loop. So how to work with the for of loop? So there is letters array. In this array, we have a lot of characters like A, B, C, D, E. And I want to iterate each and every letter from the letters. So let letter of letters. So whenever you have the in there, we are going to be giving off. So when we guess off, and automatically we can go with the document.write letter. Each and every letter I can able to fetch. So that is the one way. And if it is not array, it is a string, basically iterating over the string. So this is a string. From the string, I want to iterate each and every character. From string, I want to iterate each and every character. It means H I am accessing, E I am accessing, L I am accessing, and space also I am accessing. For each and every character, I want to fetch the thing. So that is actually called a for loop. So you can able to get each and every character from the particular array. At the same time, each and every character from the particular word. So word iteration or array iteration. Array is going to be breaking, word is going to be breaking. So that is going to be possible by the for loop. And it is very important in the part of the ES6. And important concept now, there is a concept called template literals. See, what is a template literal? The template literal syntax is like this. This is the template literal. This is the template literal. So whenever you want to write a template literal, you can write like this. So hello, React.js. So you can write like this. You can write like this, and str is going to be, this is not single equal to, this is not double equal to. This is not single equal to, this is not double equal to. This is called escape character. Escape character open, escape character close. That is called template literal. So whenever I'm going to be giving escape character, you can able to print the string. That is not a problem. And this is going to be having the simple string printing. So how to give the string alert str, alert str. So what is the str output? Str output is basically hello React.js now. Hello React.js now. So what I want to do now, I want to do simple thing. I want to make it this hello React.js. Instead of hello React.js, I want to go with the one more str. Str is equal to, I want to paste some more things. Now you clearly observe that. So I want to write like this. Whenever I want to write 2 lines of the code, React.js and Node.js, and I want to write Express.js. So this is a multi-line string. This is the multi-line string. So suppose this is str1, and this time I want to print the str1. So I'm giving the alert str1. Alert str1. So what is the output of the str1 now? So first of all, str is going to be printing hello React.js. Immediately I got React.js, Node.js, Express.js, and this is going to be printing line by line. The line by line is going to be having, so we are going to be printing str1 in the part of the pre-tag. So what is the pre-tag then? What is the pre-tag then? So instead of hello React.js, I got React.js, Node.js, Express.js line by line. Yes or no? So that is basically template literal. There is a one more usage of the template literal. What is the usage of template literal? For example, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. And result, the sum of the A and B. A is some placeholder, B is some placeholder, and summation is one placeholder. That summation is A plus B. A plus B having some calculation. First of all, sum of A is nothing but what? 10. B is nothing but what? 20. And E is dollar of A plus B. What is A plus B then? 30. So sum of the 10 and 20 is 30. Output is what? Output is what? Sum of the 10 and 20 is 30. So 10 is going to be taken by the placeholder called dollar curly braces A, and 20 is going to be taken by the dollar curly braces B. 2 placeholders we are going to be taking. First placeholder, second placeholder. First placeholder got stored 10 value. Second placeholder got stored 20 value. Both values are going to be making calculation. That calculation we are going to be printing result. So this is the result. This is the result addition. This is the result addition. But I want to go with the result subtraction. Whenever you want to go with the result subtraction, you can go with that. So how to go with the result subtraction? I want to go with the document.write break. So what is the usage of break? What is the usage of break? Next line. So breaking the line. Then I want to take subtraction. How to work with the subtraction? How to work with the subtraction, guys? So the subtraction of A and B is A minus B. A minus B. So document.write this time I want to go with the result of subtraction. So what is the result of subtraction? Now this time result of subtraction is this one, and this time result of addition is this one. So now we got addition, we got a subtraction. Now we got addition, we got a subtraction. Let's see where is the addition, where is the subtraction. So we got two alert boxes. After that, sum of the 10 and 20 is 30, but I don't get this one. Dollar result. Okay, R missing. Okay, we got two things now. So two alert boxes. After that, the sum of the 10 and 20 is 30. Subtraction of 10 and 20 is minus 10. So you can able to print template titles like this. Suppose I want to go with some other things like where, or now let me go with the let emp id is equal to 1001. Let emp name something like Govardhan. Let me give a string like a Govardhan. But I want to go with the details of the employee. How to print the details of employee? Document.write. I want to go with the template titles now. So how to go with the template titles? So this is the what actually we want to take. This is what we want to take. So now you tell me inside the template title, I want to access the dollar, the first one dollar curly braces, right? Dollar curly braces. So curly braces open, curly braces close, and Govardhan employee name. This is employee name. Employee name having dollar curly braces and this salary. Sorry, this is ID. And getting salary and getting salary. Let me give the salary here. Let EMP salary is equal to something like 40,000. So what I want to do, getting dollar curly braces and employee salary. See, I'm just going to be having a complicated string. This is complicated string. Whenever I want to get a single word string, in this particular string, I want to get placeholders. The first placeholder is employee name. Second placeholder is employee ID. Third placeholder is salary. The word you are going to be creating in the meaningful way. So first one, employee name. Employee name nothing but Govardhan having 1001 ID. 1001 ID and getting this much salary and getting 40,000 salary. I want to print this one. But before that, I want to take a break. After the subtraction also, I'm taking a break. So this template title I'm getting make stop. Now I don't want to put any alert boxes and all. Just try to work out this one. First one addition, second one subtraction, third one is employee details I'm going to be printing. So what is the output of this? Now we got the output, Govardhan having 1001 ID and getting 40,000 salary. A complicated string I got created with the template literals. Which is going to be nothing but taking placeholders by the expression. So what is this concept called expression? What is this concept? Suppose I'm going to be writing something. So dollar curly braces. This is called actually expression. This is called expression. So expressions are going to be working. Expressions are working inside the template literals. Expressions are working inside template literals. Expressions are working inside template literals. This is template literal syntax. What is the syntax of the template literal? This is the syntax. This is the open escape and this is the closing escape. This is the concept of template literal. Syntax of the template literal is this one. This is the syntax of the template literal. Whatever you want, you can write inside. This is the simple syntax of the template literal, not single quote, not double quote. One is the escape code, one is escape close. Escape open, escape close. Escape as entry point, escape as a exit point. So that is actually syntax for the template literal. So try to understand this. And the same concept if you want to do in ES5. For example, sir, I don't have any concept of template literal, sir. I'm just using the plain JavaScript. We already know about the plain JavaScript. The same concept we are going to be working in the part of ES5. If you want to create a multi-line string, we need to go with the new line \n. Whenever you want to give the some tab, you need to give the \t. But with React.js, with the concept of template literal, with the ESCX feature, what we are trying to doing is we are trying to putting the escape character. By the escape character, no need to write this one. No need to write this one, and no need to write the plus symbol. Directly escape open, escape close. That is going to be breaking the strings. The next one, the next important thing is whenever you have the two variables and whenever you want to go with the result, then we need to give what? Sum of plus a plus concatenation. We need to work with the concatenation. Concatenation basically somewhat of a confusing topic. So people can't able to understand, sir, what is a single quoted added? Single quote added for one string, and A is going to be concatenating with the plus and plus. A is going to be concatenating with plus and plus. So without having this confusion, we are directly having the dollar and curly braces. Dollar and curly braces is going to be placing the value there. But here, if you want to place the value in the plain JavaScript, you need to work with this plus a plus a variable name plus. That is basically concatenating your string. The concept, same concept. I'm going to be working, for example, of employee, or now I'm going to be working with the student ID. Student ID, where student ID? This is time of ES5 where, right? Where student ID is equal to 101, and where student name is equal to something like Tirupa, and where student salary or student salary so is equal to something like 2 lakhs 30,000. Suppose I want to print the resulted string. How to print the resulted string? Where resulted string, so result str. What is the result str now? I want to print a document.write. That document.write is going to, so that string, first of all, we want to make it greater. So employee name, who is the employee name? Tirupa, right? So I want to give the Tirupa first. So how to give Tirupa first? Employee name called, then I want to give the plus, and I want to give the plus. Employee name called student name. Is having ID. So ID I want to make it create. If you want to make it ID create, you need to call the ID. Is having ID and getting means getting plus salary. How to give the salary again? Inside this student salary. And salary. So see, this one is complicated one. This one is bit confusing topic. Right? This one is bit complicated. This one is bit confusion. Why? Because of every time we are going to be making string concatenation. So by the string concatenation, you are going to be confusing with the single quotes and you are going to be confusing with the pluses. We are using a lot of pluses over there. For each and every variable, we need to give the plus before, plus after. And we need to close with the strings in the single quotes or double quotes. So people are confusing with this concept of ES5. So that is why reason ES6 feature came. With ES6, we are going to be using the template literal. With the template literal, we are going to be using the called expressions. With expressions, this concept is making easier. So here you see, this is very simple, right? In ES6, this is very simple. In template literal, we are going to be taking the expression called employee name having employee ID and getting this much salary. So it is simple basically. So this is the way of using the template literal in the part of the ES6. And then one more important feature, default value parameters. For example, how to create with the default value parameters. Suppose whenever you are going to be creating a function, you are going to be creating the function. Directly for the parameter, we are giving the value. Directly for the parameter, we are giving the value. So name is equal to world. Name is equal to world, or something like name is equal to React.js. Now, next, in the part of the function block, I'm going to be returning something. Return hello, and again I'm going to be using template literal. Return hello name. Hello name. What is the name contained with? Name already having something like React.js. Name already containing with something like React.js. Okay, so that React.js I want to update with Node.js. If you want, you can update with the Node.js. How to update with the Node.js? Document.write. Say hello of Node.js. Then this is Node.js, and this is the React.js. Now you see the output is very simple. The default value parameter. First thing is hello React.js. Second thing is hello Node.js. If you want to do update, you can do update with the Node.js. So if you want to do update by the calling of function, you can pass the value. By the calling of function, you can pass the value. By the calling of the function, you are not passing the value here. You are not passing the value. You are not passing the string. By default, some string is coming. What is the string coming? React.js is coming. But the second line, we are trying to passing the value for the default value parameter. Default value ni we are going to be updating with some other value. Default value is React.js. We are updating the value with the Node.js. So that is possible. So let me write one more example for this. Suppose I am going to be writing a function emp details. emp details. In the part of emp details, I am going to be writing the details of the emp. id is the first parameter. id is equal to 101, and the name is equal to something like a Srinivas. Name is equal to something like Srinivas. And one more thing, comma, salary is equal to something like I'm going to be giving 35,000. Now this function is going to be having something now return. So this is going to be having template literal again. So take a template literal, and here this is going to be name. Name is name. Name is name. No, name is name, and comma name this one, and id which is going to be having again curly braces, and id. Don't give id. Basically id is keyword. id is what? Keyword. I'm going to be using employee id. So copy the employee id over there and give here, and salary. So this function is executing now. This function is executing with the value. So what is the salary now? What is the salary now? If I call the function, if I call the employee details, what is going to be happen? If I call the employee details, what is going to be happen? What is the output of this function? So this is going to be returning something, right? This is going to be returning something, and this is going to be available with the employee details. Employee details I'm going to be printing in document.write, or you can give alert box. Let me write document.write. Okay, fine. Now you can check it out. After this, hello Node.js, hello React.js, I want to give the break. How to give the break? Document.write break. That's it. Now see the output of this program. This program already having some output called hello React.js, hello Node.js. Then name Srinivas, ID 1001, and salary 35,000, which is not going to be having any value passing. We are not passing any value for the function. But in JavaScript, compulsory we need to pass the value dynamically. But here we are not passing any value here. But all the values are default. Default value is this one, and default value is this one, and default value is this one. Is it clear? For example, sir, you can able to override the values also. How to override the values? For example, I want to write one more document.write break, and after that I want to give the one more employee details. This one, write again. This one, write again. If I'm writing again like this, employee details, I'm going to be giving something like 1 or 2, passing the values, 1 or 2, and something like Chandrakala. What is the spelling of Chandrakala? And Chandrakala is going to be giving 30,000. So now this document.write is passing the values. We are passing the values for EMP ID, we are passing the value for the EMP name, and we are passing the value for salary again. And finally, output is what? Now this time, name Chandrakala, ID 10102, and salary is 30,000. So default value we can able to give, and we can able to give assignment. That is what actually ES6 feature. But in normal plain JavaScript, we can't able to provide any default values. So there is a one example without having default values and all in ES6, ES5. So ES5 also you can check it out. In ES5, there is no value assignment. There is no value assignment, only parameter written. Only parameter writing, parameter written. But coming up ES6, we are having a default value also you can able to provide. For example, EMP salary is not going to be changing for employees. EMP salary is not going to be changing for employees. In that time, I don't want to change the salary. Salary will be the default parameter value. Only the name and ID you can change. Only the name and ID you can change. Can I write the program for that? Can I write the program for that? So I'm writing one more function now. This function is student details. Student details. So in the part of student details, I'm going to be writing something, and student ID is going to be getting changed every time. Student ID is going to be changing every time. So underscore, you can take underscore. Okay, student ID you can able to change every time. Student ID, comma, name you can able to change every time. The name, comma, and salary for the students or marks for the students. Marks. Okay, marks may be common marks people are actually coming, or grade. Can I give grade? Grade is equal to something like A grade. All these particular students are A grade students. Then what I want to do, return name is name, and student name is student ID. Yeah? This is student ID. First one is student ID. Student ID is this one. Call the student ID, and this one this time. Sorry. This is the name. Okay, no problem. So this is the name. Name is call the name, and the grade. And the grade is grade. Name something 2 commas. Now tell me, whenever I want to access this particular employee details. Okay, let me access this document.write student details. Can I call the student details directly? Can I call the student details? So student details, inside student details, I want to pass the 2 things, but I'm not passing anything. I'm just calling the function of student details. What is the output of student details? Guess. What is the output of student details? Guess. Student details, undefined grade. Undefined grade. Why? Because undefined. Why undefined? We don't have any values for the first 2 parameters, but the third parameter we have the default value parameter. That default value parameter is what? A grade. So A grade value is coming. This is not giving any output error. So first one is undefined, second one is undefined, and grade will be having value. Okay, so next time if I want to call the function, I want to pass the values of the student ID and student name. So 1 out of 1, and this one Tirupa. And second time I want to pass the value. Govardhan. So 1 or 2, passing the value 1 or 2 Govardhan. So try to understand, guys. This is very, very important. Govardhan. So now you see the output. After this, you take a break every time. Take a break this time. Semicolon break. Semicolon break. Semicolon break. Now you see. So we got.
This conference will now be recorded.
So we try to finish all the year 6 today. And tomorrow onwards, we go with the React.js features, concepts, all these things. Props, states, different kind of concepts, all these things we will see from tomorrow onwards. And today we will go with the remaining part in the part of year 6. So we already discussed something in year 6. What is a feature called let? What is a feature called const? And what is a feature called template literals, and one more is default parameters for functions, and one more is for off loop. So how to work with the for off loop, all these things we got discussed, and the remaining things we will close today. And today I'm going to be closing with ES6. And let us go with the next important feature called arrow functions. So basically we know normal JavaScript functions. How to write normal JavaScript function? Function name, function name, function name, curly braces open, curly braces close. For example, if I want to define some normal function, how to define normal function in JavaScript? Function name, hello all. Function name. Function is a keyword to declare any function. Name of the function is hello all, and which is going to be having something curly braces open, curly braces close. And what is this? This is function body. This is function body. Okay. So what I want to do today is I want to declare with different kind of functions in JavaScript first. Then I will go with the arrow functions. So how to write a normal function? Functions in JavaScript. Why? Because of some people don't know about functions, new people. So that is the reason I just want to explain about functions first. Then I will go with the new feature called arrow functions. So functions in JavaScript. In JavaScript, functions are defined with function keyword. In JavaScript, functions are defined with function keyword. Function name is our custom name. Whatever the name you want, you can put the name. Our custom name. You can define the function name as a custom name. Any name you can take. This is not predefined. Function keyword is predefined. Function name is your wish. And function name rules and regulations. What are the rules for the function name? If you want to define a function, don't start with the first point. Function name, don't start with the number. This is the first important point we have to remember. Function name don't start with the number. And second important point, function name should not have spaces. One more important point, function name should not have any special character without underscore. Function name should not have any special character. Special characters without underscore. Underscore only allowed. Without underscore, any special character will not be allowed for the function name. And one more important point, function name should not be a keyword of JavaScript. Function name should not be a keyword from JavaScript. So these are the different kind of rules and regulations whenever you are going to be defining some function name. First rule is function name don't start with number. Function name should not have spaces. Third point, function name should not have any special character without underscores. And fourth point, function name should not be have keyword from JavaScript. Function name is not a function. Function name is not a var. Function name is not a let. Function name is not a if. Function name is not a switch. Function name is not for, something like this. So there are some JavaScript keywords available. Those particular keywords we can't able to use inside the function for the function. Function keyword is important. Then function name is important. Hello all is my custom name. Hello all is what? My custom name. So I can define this function name. I can say that any kind of function name, but this particular function name need to follow some rules and regulations. If it is custom, custom means custom. You can define any name, but at any name వచ్చింది కదా అని చెప్పేసి ఏదైనా అది రాయొద్దు. There are some rules and regulations we need to be follow. So those particular rules and regulations I'm going to be defining here. Then I'm going to be writing a simple function, guys. Function hello all. This is the function body. What I want to do for this hello all, I'll let just I'm saying hello all. That's it. I'm writing some function. That function is going to be having something. Can you see this? I'm defining some function called function hello all. Inside the body, body is actually available inside the curly braces. And I'll let hello all. Then finally, I just want to execute the program. What is the output of the program? Nothing. What is the output of the program? Nothing. Why? Because of you are defining function, but you are not calling the function. You are defining some function. Function declaration is okay, but you are not actually accessing the function inside the script. So how to access the function? The second point, a very important point, is call function or access function. Call function or access function. How to access function? Very simple thing. How to call function, how to access function? Very simple thing. Whatever the name of the function, you need to be make it call. Whatever the name of the function you have, that function name you need to call. That's it. Hello all, I'm just calling. We are defining some function, we are calling the function. That's it. Okay. What is the output of the program? Just guess. Output of the program is simple alert box. Output of the program is simple alert box. We are defining a plain function, normal function. That function got executed. When function got executed, we got the output. Hello all. Okay, so there are multiple kind of functions. There are multiple kind of functions. The second kind of function, this is the plain function, normal function. This is the normal function. This is the plain function or normal function. There is the one more kind of function called function with parameters. Function with parameters. Function with parameters. How to define a function using with parameters? Okay, so I want to define a function, that particular function having some parameters inside. So let me write a function. How to define function? Function. And now I want to define with add. And I want to define with x comma y. X comma y. Now you have to tell me what is this x, what is this y. X is the first parameter, y is the second parameter. A number of parameters you are going to be adding with the comma separate. Number of parameters we are going to be adding with the comma separate. So function add is the function name. Add is the function name. Inside the parenthesis, we are going to be giving two parameters. First parameter is x, second parameter is y. So parameter names also our custom defined ones. Parameter names also our custom defined ones. Now I want to define something like where z is equal to x plus y. Where z is equal to x plus y. I want to print alert box. Alert z. Alert z. That's it. That's it. Very simple thing. I'm going to be defining a function keyword, function name is add. Inside this particular parenthesis, we are going to be giving two parameters. First parameter is x, second parameter is y. And where z is equal to, in the body of the function, we are going to be defining one more variable called z. Z is equal to, z is the left side value. Always right side value is placing into the left side value. Right side value x plus y. Some operation is going to be performed. X plus y, some operation is going to be performed. So whatever the value for the x, whatever the value for the y, those two particular values are going to be addition or adding. So one is the plus is working for concatenation, plus is working for addition. If you are going to be providing numbers, plus is working as addition, arithmetic operator. If you are providing strings for the x and y, it is going to be working as concatenation operator, concatenating. Now finally alert z. alert z. Okay, I need to call the function. How to call the function, guys? How to call function? Call function. Now call the function, add x and y. I need to pass two values. For x, I am passing value called 10. For y, I am passing a value called 12. Now, if I execute this particular program, we got execute two functions. First function is say hello, sorry, hello all. Second function is add function. When add function got executes, I got alert something like 10 plus 12. 10 plus 12 is going to be adding in the z, alert z will come. Output of browser is two alert boxes now. First alert box is this, second alert box is this. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, let me execute the program now. So refresh the program. First alert box is hello, hello all, and the second alert box we got 22. 10 plus 12. 10 plus 12 basically 22. Okay, so I need to call the function one more time now. Add of something like Srinivas and comma. I'm going to be giving something like now you tell me. I'm passing two parameters now. The first parameter is Srinivas, second parameter is Gorantla. Srinivas is going to be adding to the x, Gorantla is going to be passing to the y. And x plus y, Srinivas plus Gorantla. Z is equal to Srinivas Gorantla. Second alert box. First alert will be 10-12 execution. Second execution will be Srinivas Gorantla. So now you tell me the output. Output is very simple. First alert is hello all. That is the first function execution. First function already executed. Second function executed. Second function calling two times. First time we are calling with two numbers. Second time we are calling with Srinivas and Gorantla concatenating. First time we are calling, we are making addition. Second time we are calling, we are making concatenation. Why? Because of string plus string. Number plus string. Integer plus string. Integer plus float. Integer plus float. Float plus string. String plus number plus string. String plus number plus string. Number plus number plus string. Number string. Finally string. Number string. First number is going to be making addition, then it is going to be making concatenation. So later we will discuss all these things in the part of JavaScript. So next class. Okay, so coming to this one, we got a function with parameters, and one more kind of function. Function with return type. So this is the one more kind of function. So how to define a function with return type? Function with return type. So how to write a function with return type? Let me tell you. So I'm going to be writing one more function. This is called a subtraction, and where z is equal to x minus y, and return z. Now you tell me how to execute output of this. Where subtraction value. This is going to be returning. Of subtraction of 12 minus 4 or 12 comma 4. 12 comma. So try to understand this third kind of function. Third kind of function is function with return type. What I'm doing here, subtraction is the function name, x comma y two parameters, z is equal to x minus y, return z. What is this return is going to be do? Whenever function is executing, some value is going to be giving to the variable. It is going to be returning something. So whenever you are going quitting the room, you are going to be making them lock the door. So you have the another work. Whenever you are completing the first work, you are doing the another work. That is what actually returns. Function is one work actually. Whenever this function is executing, some work is going to be done. When this work is going to be done, some other work need to be executed. That other work is actually returning some value. Whenever this function is calling, it is going to be returning something. Whenever you are going to be attending the marriage, you are taking a gift. You are going with a gift. You are giving the gift. That is what actually returns. Returns. You are doing the job. You are getting the salary. Returns. Sir, you are going to restaurant. You are eating food. Returns. Going restaurant is one work. Eating food is another work related to that particular work. So when this particular function is executing, return value is going to be taking. That return value somewhere you need to be stored. So where I am going to be storing? In another variable called sub value. So finally alert this subtraction value, whatever the subtraction value we have, that I'm putting there. So finally execute this, guys. First alert is hello all. Plain function is executing. Second one 22. Third one Srinivas Goretla. The last one is 8. Last one is 8. What is this 8? 8 is coming from 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4. What is that 12 minus 4? Basically 8. So returns some value.
This conference will now be recorded.
Now you see the arrow functions now. Now you see the arrow functions. Arrow functions are very, very simple, guys. So see the difference between the normal function, arrow function. Function expression, where sum is equal to function of a comma b. We already written this now. Function with return type. Sorry, now this is function with return type. So function a comma b. A comma b is nothing but what? 2 parameters. And return a plus b. What is this a plus b? Some addition. A plus b is what? Some addition. So document dot write sum of 2 comma 3. Then document dot write br break. So this is the normal function, plain function. But how the same function we are writing into arrow function. This same function which is going to be replacing with arrow function. That sum function is very simple function, we know that. But the same function, how to work with the arrow function. See, can you see, observe, where sum is equal to, this time, this is the let sum is equal to a comma b. A comma b. A comma b nothing but parenthesis, so parameters. Inside parenthesis, you need to give 2 parameters. Then arrow is nothing but your curly braces open, curly braces close. Arrow is nothing but what? Your curly braces open, curly braces close. That's it. That's it. हो गया. Document dot write sum of 2 comma 3. Arrow function is very, very simple. Arrow function is very, very simple. Without writing curly braces open, curly braces close, and without writing function keyword. There is no function keyword in the arrow function. Anywhere you find a function keyword, anywhere you find arrow curly parenthesis, curly braces open, curly braces close. No. So what is the output of this program? Can I switch off this one? This is all normal plain functions. You can just practice this all. Now I want to execute the plain function first. What is the plain function output? What is the plain function output? We got 5. Return value is 5. Now I want to execute arrow function. If I execute arrow function, what is the output of arrow function? As usually 5. Sum 1. Both are same, na? 5, 5. 5, 5. First 5 is from normal function. Second 5 is from arrow function. Both are same. Output is same, but writing function, declaring function is different. Declaring function different. So let me write a document dot write break. Let me take a document dot write break. Now I want to write a normal function. Let's say hello. Let's say hello. This is going to be having. What do you want to do? Something like alert. Hello all. Just normal function. Let's say hello is equal to. Okay. Now see, let's say hello. Let's say hello. Say hello is my function name. I'm declaring some function. Say hello. is equal to parenthesis arrow. Parenthesis is the function declaration, right? Parenthesis is the function declaration. Then say arrow alert hello all. Can I call this say hello? Can I call say hello? Then what is the output of say hello, guys? First of all, hello all will come. Then 5 will come. Let me write a complex function. This is a simple function, right? Is this simple function or not? Is this simple function or not? Let me write some complex function. This is function with return type. Sorry, this is function with parameters. Huh? This is what function with parameters, and this is what function with just a plain function, normal function, but arrow function. Okay, so let me write one more example. Let full name. Let full name. How to get full name? We need to add the first name and last name. Let full name is equal to parenthesis fname plus fname comma lname. So inside parenthesis, I'm going to be writing parameters. Then finally, I just want to add. I just want to go with what I want to go with alert fname plus lname. That's all. Now I need to call the full name. How to call the full name? Full name of something like Srinivas underscore comma. So try to understand about arrow functions. Arrow functions are very, very important in the part of the React.js. React.js completely arrow functions people are writing. Arrow functions are basically faster than normal functions. And one more time, this is going to be a simple syntax. Shorthand method of plain function. Shorthand method of normal function. The big number of lines, no need to write. One single line, complete things are going to be executing. No need to write a lengthy lines, no need to write a number of lines. You can write everything into the single line. That is called arrow function. Don't confuse with this. Interview question. Syntax for the arrow function. Interview question. They are going to be doing some mistakes and they will ask what is the right answer for this arrow. So try to understand what is the output of the full name, guys. So first output is alert, hello all. Second output is Srinivas Gorantla. That's all. 2 alert boxes there. So this is about the concept of arrow functions. Just try to understand. The next one, classes. Very, very important now. Now go with the classes. ES6 basically having some partial object oriented. ES6 basically having partial object oriented. Plain JavaScript ES5 there is no concept of class. But in ES6 there is a concept of class. Now object oriented programming, the structure of object oriented programming is very, very simple. Basically we have some class. Class is the concept of object oriented programming. Class is nothing but some constructor. Class is nothing but what? Some constructor, which is going to be, class is nothing but a factory, which is having some predefined functionalities. And one more definition for the class. Class is encapsulation of properties and methods. Class is encapsulation of properties and methods. Or class is nothing but a factory. Class is nothing but some constructor. So there is a one classroom. Classroom is a class. Village is the class. City is the class. Animal is the class. For example, I'm taking a class called animal. So this animal class, we can able to create a number of objects. Object is nothing but blueprint of the class. Object is nothing but what? Blueprint of the class. So this is the class. From this class, I want to generate two objects. The first object is basically horse. Second animal is something like bull. The first object name is horse. Let me write the first object name is horse. Second object name is something like ox. So what about horse? What about ox? Horse is animal. Horse is animal. Ox is animal. Ox is animal. Can I take one more object called a dog? Dog is animal. Dog is animal. So we are going to be creating a number of objects for the class. Now tell me for this animal, we are going to be having lot of properties, lot of methods. Lot of properties, lot of methods. What are the different kind of properties for the animal? What are the different kind of properties for the animal? So animal is going to be having number of properties. First of all, animal name, name of the animal, you can specify as a property. Age of the animal, you can able to specify as a property. Color of the animal, that you can specify as a property. Breed. Huh? So I will take three properties for the animal. One is the name, one is the age, one is the color. One is the name, one is the age, one is the color. This is not a color. This is color. One is the name, one is the age, one is the color. Three properties available. Now tell me methods for the animal. What are the different kind of methods for the animal? What are the different kind of methods for the animal? Animal is eating, hunting. Animal is eating. For example, animal is eating. Second method, animal is walking. Animal is singing. Whatever it may be. Some kind of operation, some kind of functionality, some kind of work, that is called method. Some kind of work, that is called method. So animal is the class. Animal have some state. That state is nothing but property. Animal have some behavior. Animal have some behavior. Animal have some functionality. That behavior is eating is one behavior, walking is one behavior, running is one behavior, barking is one behavior. So there are number of behaviors which are going to be available for the animal. Those behaviors are nothing but methods. And animal state, when we see the animal, I can able to observe this is the white color dog, this is the black color dog, this is the brown color horse. We can able to easily specify by the state of the object. State is nothing but property. Behavior nothing but functionality of the horse. Horse is running, horse is eating, horse is walking, something like that is called methods. So try to understand simply. Object oriented programming, there are number of concepts which are going to be available, but all the concepts which are not available in part of ES6, but all those concepts which are available in the TypeScript. TypeScript is complete object oriented JavaScript, but ES6 is partial object oriented JavaScript. But here we need to understand what is the class, what is the object first. Object is blueprint of class. So first of all, you tell me one point: horse is animal or not? Dog is animal or not? Ox is animal or not? Yes, I can say that horse is animal, dog is animal, horse is animal. So everything is animal, animal, animal. Nothing but horse is one object of the animal, dog is one object of the animal, ox is one object of the animal. Able to easily say that. Object is nothing but object matlab blueprint of a class. Now you tell me those properties, name, age, color, can I give for the horse? Yes. So same methods, eating, walking, can I give for the horse? Yes. Whatever the behaviors you have in the class, whatever the properties you have in the class, those properties, those behaviors, I can able to easily transfer to the object. It is possible. Object is nothing but blueprint of the class. Class having some behaviors, class having some properties means automatically those properties, those functionalities automatically come to the object. Try to understand this. Okay, so let me go to the program now. You can easily understand. So I'm going to be creating the class called rectangle. creating a class called rectangle. Rectangle is going to be having some constructor. Constructor, nothing but constructor is going to be storing the parameters. Constructor is going to be storing the parameters. So this constructor is having two parameters. One is the length, one is the width. This dot length is equal to length, this dot width is equal to width. So this dot length is the final value storage. This dot width is final value storage inside the constructor. Okay, now come to the get area method. One method I am going to be defining inside the class. Inside the class, I am going to be defining one method, get area. This get area is going to be written. So how to get area of the rectangle? Length into width. Length into width. So length is coming from this dot length. Width is coming from this dot width. So this dot length into this dot width is going to be returning by the get area. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to create one object for this. I want to create one object for the class called rectangle. Class is the rectangle. So rectangle is the class. This is the class. Completely this is the class. For the class, I am going to be preparing one object. What is the object for the class? What is the object for the class? This is not a class, this is extension. So class square extends from the rectangle. This is called inheritance. This is called inheritance. So I am trying to inheriting the class. So from the rectangle class, I am going to be preparing the one more class called square. So class square extends from rectangle. Extends from rectangle. So this is also having some constructor. Square going to be having some length. Square going to be having some length. Length is going to be nothing but super length and child length. So don't confuse with this. Don't confuse with this. Let me go with the, just delete this. This is confusion part. I will let you know later. I will let you know later. So how to create object for the rectangle? So where REC is the rectangle object. REC object. REC object is nothing but a rectangle object. Now tell me REC object. So I'm trying to creating one object for the class. I'm trying to creating one object for the class. So what is the name of the object here? REC object. REC object is equal to new rectangle. New rectangle. Rectangle is the class. For that class, we have to pass two constructor parameters. One is the length, one is the width. So new rectangle, which is going to be having 5, 10. 5 is the length, 10 is the width. Next method. Document.write REC object dot get area. REC object dot get area. When I say call get area is going to be accessing with the length and width, length into width. So output of this is very simple. You will be having output as 50. You will be having output as 50. Try to understand how to create the class, how to create object. That's it. The only need is how to create the class, how to create object in the part of React.js. In the part of React.js, we have the concept of classes, we have the concept of objects. That is the why reason I'm going to be defining with you how to create a class, how to create an object with the ES6 part. Just try to understand this part. Don't confuse with the multiple things. This is enough. Next, we will go with modules. Very important. Very important. So you people already done with the first program in React.js. In first program React.js, we have the index.html. We have the index.html. Index.html binding with what? Index.html binding with what? Index.js. Very good. Index.html binding with index.js. Very good. Index.js. But index.js binding with what? Very good. App.js. App.js is the root level component, right? But app.js binding with what? So we already done one program. App.js binding with 3 components. The first component is header component. Second component is main.js. Third component is footer.js. You know this one? You know this one? So this is the header.js. Then is the main.js. This is the footer.js. We already know this one in the part of React.js. We already know this particular structure in the part of the React.js first application, whatever we did. So header is one component, footer is one component, main is one component. These three child components are merging with the app.js. So here this is exporting, importing, export and import, yes or no? Here it is exporting and here it is importing. We have to understand this concept here. Export and import. Here it is exporting, there it is importing. Here it is exporting, here it is importing. Here it is exporting, here it is importing. And finally, all these things are going to be available in the app.js. Am I clear? So React.js is completely a tree structure. Tree structure, number of components, one inside another. Number of components, one inside another. Then only you can able to see the visualized page. But how the concepts are going to be exporting, how the concepts are going to be importing. Whenever I export this particular child component, then only I can able to access the component there. Then only I can able to derive the component there. Is it clear? Don't confuse. So let me go with the one simple program, how to work with the imports and export. That is the concept of modules. The modules, script type module. Script type is what? Module. SRC, what is the source? App.js. Source is what? App.js. Where is app.js? App.js is containing with somewhere app.js is there. App.js containing with import greet pi multiply numbers. Greet is one variable, pi is one variable, multiply numbers is the method. These two are variables. Greet is one variable, pi is one variable, multiply numbers is one method. And from main.js. So finally the child component is what? Finally child component is here main.js. So now tell me the structure, whatever we understand. So main.js, this is the main.js. Main.js sending to the app.js. App.js sending to the index.html, module.html. App.js sending to the module.html. That's all. That's all. So we have the main.js. Main.js having the code, whatever the code we have. So in the main.js, we have two variables. We have one method. We have two variables. We have one method. These two variables and one method actually exporting to the app.js. Exporting. First of all, it should be export here. It should be export here. Can you see this? Can you see this keyword? Export keyword. What I'm exporting? Exporting greet, exporting pi, exporting multiply numbers. So one is the greet variable, one is the pi variable, one is the multiply numbers method. Greet variable, pi variable, multiply numbers method. Three things, three concepts, three data types we are going to be exporting first. So when I export here, automatically all the things are actually accessing in the app.js. What app.js containing with? App.js first of all importing from main.js. How many things importing here? One is the greet, one is the pi, one is the multiply. First of all, greet, pi, multiply numbers exporting here, exporting from the child class main.js. Here it is exporting, here it is importing. Here it is importing. Import greet, import pi, import multiply numbers. Number of times no need to write. Import object. Import object. So write the first variable greet, second variable pi, third variable multiply numbers. From which component? From main.js component, I'm importing all. So when I import, I can able to execute the outputs. So alert greet, alert pi, alert multiply numbers of 6, 15. Finally, main, this is the app.js, right? App.js is merging with the module.html. So that's it. Why? Because of browser can able to understand only HTML. Browser can't able to understand any JavaScript. Browser can't able to execute any JavaScript. Browser can able to understand only HTML. Whenever you want to execute some JavaScript, JavaScript need to be integrated with HTML first. That is what actually React application architecture. React application architecture we seen. React application architecture, finally index.html is there. But we told React is completely JSX. So we have number of JS components, but all these JS components executing into the or migrating into the index.js. Index.js actually merging into the index.html. Finally, browser can able to understand index.html. And the same concept. So this is a simple program. Simple program, only two variables, one method. Two variables, one method in the main.js. There we are exporting. In the app.js, we are importing. And finally, app.js is executing in the index.html. Got my point? Got my point? Any confusion with this? Don't confuse with the JS files, don't confuse with the HTML file. Okay, so these are the multiple concepts which are going to be available. So REST parameter, spread parameter, destructing assignment. We will go with the next class. All this.